important term for the in architecture. So architecture is basically asthapati. Is the foremost. The craftsman is called silpni or silpi. There is a four class: asthapati, sutragrahi, takshak, and bardhiki. So asthapati is a chief architect, and above the chief architect there is a acharya, and silpi is basically the carver, and the sutragrahi means who hold the thread of, and who hold the sutra, meaning is two. Sutra is formula. Whenever how these all the form are formed, get formed, like they have the formula about the point, about the line, about the waves, about the square, triangles, and all the formula they have. So that is called sutra. And sutra is another meaning is a sutra is a thread. On the basis of the thread they can able to get the accurate measurement and get the accurate form. So that is called sutragrahi. Means he is like a surveyor, or the principal planner of the structure is called sutragrahi. So this term is very much important. Then takshak is a sharpening the things, and they get there the uh, designing kind of things. And bardhiki means the carpenter who able to extend the things, to elaborate the things. So designing the architect, surveyor, sculptor, and builder, plaster or painter. So bardhiki may be a plasterer or painters, or you can say the carpenter or carpentry work. So they enhance or elaborate the things. And asthapati, asthapat, the architect, the priest who is the acharya, qualification of acharya. So all the four things who know, that is called acharya. So in the most of the temples or the structure you will find the chief architects, but you don't find the name of acharya, who is the main supervisor or superintendent of the entire structural activity of a particular temples. So the relation of the priest and the executive craftsmanship correspond the rule laid down by the uh, Christian art in the second council of the Nicaea in 787 AD. But here you also found in the all the temples, because the acharya who have the supreme authority on the particular construction, like a Saivite temple, like a Vaishnavite temples, or you can see like a Lingaraj temples, and then the Jagannath Puri temples, then the Sun Temple Konark. So there is a large number of architects are involved, large number of Shilpni also involved, but the acharya who has a idea where the things has to be happens, so he is the master of all these things, that is the acharya. So acharya is above the architect or the asthapati, because he knows the physical come metaphysical things, why the things has to be happen here only and there only, and what is the size and shape of the temples and the shikhar, the vimana, and all these things. So the next important term in this are the Silp Shastra, the text about the who deals with the different kind of architecture is a Silp Shastra. Qualification of the Asthapaka, also knowing the Silp Shastra and possessing the qualification of an Acharya. So Acharya is the highest, and this is called architectural right is called vastu karma. So whenever the any construction activity is done, there is a for performing of vastu karma, the temple or the viman and the other construction began with these should. And then the craftsman and Shilpina, I have already discussed it. Then the disciple or the son of the Asthapati is called Sutragrahi. Sutragrahin, who always obey an order of the Asthapati should expert. Then the another term is a proportionate measurement by a cord or sutra or a rod. सो मेजरमेंट के लिए दो चीज़ होती थी, एक धागा होता था, थ्रेड होता था, दूसरा रड. सो सूत्र जो धारण करता था उसे हम लोग सूत्र कहते हैं. एंड जो रड होता था, जो दंड होते हैं, उसे हम लोग गज कहते थे. तो जो गज को होल्ड करता था दैट इज कॉल्ड गजधर. एंड गजोधर, द यू ने हर्ड अबाउट द नेम ऑफ गजोधर popularized by the Raju Srivastava. So Gajodhar is basically who is the chief surveyor of the town, who know the entire you can say the contour of the sides, which is the above land, which is the lower land, and which one is khadar. So that kind of knowledge of that person who hold the dand is called Gajadhar, Gajdhar or Gajadhar. So popularly corrupted and later period used Gajodhar and Gajadhar and all that kind of things. So I have already explained you how many types of the dand. So this is the another type of measuring rod, and that is called dand. Then there is also measurement in a vertical proportion is man and unman. And takshak I have already carver. takshak is basically carver. Vadiki is basically वृद्धि करने वाला. देन वास्तुशास्त्र इन ट्रेडिशनल साइंस द आर्किटेक्चर ऑफ नेटेरनी. द वास्तुशास्त्र बिलोंग्स टू द अप्लाइड एस्ट्रोलॉजी एंड ब्राह्महिर. यू हर्ड द नेम ऑफ ब्राह्महिर इन दिस Bhira Samhita introduced the chapter on architecture saying vastu jana, the knowledge of the vastu, the architecture will explained by the time pleaser and the astronomer and transmitted from the Brahma. Our days through the unbroken series of the sage building is began under the favorable star. This consulted with the ground. So you heard about the Bhira Samhita, and Brahmir has written that text on that, and there is a research astronomical research center in the Mehrauli area, and that is the Sanskrit college. Nowadays it's popularly known as Quwwatul Islam Mosque and Qutub Minar in that sides there. So this is the ground taken position and the depositing the germ. Oh, so this is one of the important. Whenever we talk about the residue, so the ground is taken possession, and when the rite of depositing the germ of the temple is performed. So when the creation is started of the space at the place, and the Vishwakarma, who is the chief architect and who is related with all the architectural activity and construction activity of the universe. There is a lots of story on that Vishwakarma. The architect in charge of a building therefore generally is called Asthapati, or that is why it is in Sanskrit or in a literary source you will find the अस्थापत्य कला, वास्तु आर्किटेक्चर को कहा गया है. सो दिस इज अबाउट द एंड देन वी हैव द टर्म हाउ द स्टेबिलिटी इज डन एंड हाउ द भू परीक्षण इज डन, एंड राज प्रसाद किधर होगा, ग्राम किधर होगा, ग्राम सन्निवेश क्या है, दुर्ग सन्निवेश क्या है, नगर सन्निवेश क्या है, इसके बारे में इसमें और भी बताया गया है. देन द प्यूरिफिकेशन, इंसुलेशन एंड लेवलिंग ऑफ द साइट्स. सो बृहद संहिता में अलग अलग तरीके बताए गए हैं कि किस साइड्स पे क्या चीज़ हो सकता है. सो उसमें जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है वो किसी भी ग्राउंड को टेस्ट करने के लिए आपके घर में अभी भी पूजा होता है. सो जर्मिनेशन हम लोग उसको फॉलो करते हैं, एंड दैट जर्मिनेशन इज कॉल्ड flower repent and the plow the again and the it the clean the ankuran ankur pan. So whenever any auspicious things are formed, and best example is in Durga Puja, you put some seeds and try to seeds are has to be germinated, and that kind of you can say the performance is called Ankur Ankur Prana, Ankur Ankuran Pan. So this part is called Ankuran part. So it is very much important to test the sites. Then the different method, they excavate the earth and again fill it with, then check it, then excavate the earth and fill it with water and then check it, then the color of soil also, they decide all these things, and there is a different process, and finally the if the site is selected, then the agriculture part is started for 1 or 2 season, and then the next construction is started from there. So this is the Bhu Parikshan technique in ancient India for construction of temple activity. Their seeds are sown on the earth, will germinate, grow, ripen, and bear fruits. The sites the temple is to arise. The vital assimilation of energy of the soil, its gain plants is carried out further. But here is the question. Then what is the site selection criteria for the hilly region? So that is the one of the important question as per this text. So there is also different kinds of Bhu Parikshan and Bhu Sambardhan is performed, and there is a separate criteria to give the stability of the sites. So we have the different literary source available on the architectural construction, that is the Mammoth, then Manusmriti, then Narasast, Narasishast, then the Prat Pariksha, then the other literary source is the Samrangan Sutradhar. So we have large number, lots of literary source available on the architectural aspect. So I hope you can able to understand all these things. In next module I am going to discuss about the axis of the axis and symbolism of temple architectures. Thank you very much.